Yo, 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 yo. What's going down, y'all? What is going down, y'all? Let me see if y'all can hear me loud and clear, if you can see me good. See if y'all can hear me loud and clear, if you can see me good. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. I'm just listening to the audio. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. We in this thing, man. What's good, everybody? Listening to the audio. We in this thing, man. What's good, everybody? What up, everybody, man? Waiting for some more people to get in here. What up, everybody, man? Waiting for some more people to get in here. What's good? Appreciate y'all joining in. Those that joined in a little bit early, appreciate y'all joining in. Appreciate y'all joining in. Those that joined in a little bit early, appreciate y'all joining in. All right, bet. Sound good. What's good, y'all? What is up? There's a press event at 11. Well, yeah. I don't think we're gonna live stream it. I'll probably check it out. But I don't think we're gonna live stream it though. But there is a press event. I think it's like the normal press events that they do before each, like before they like the foreign shows that they have. They usually do like a little press event beforehand. What's good, everybody? They're in Australia. Yes, they are. What up, what up, what up? Thank you to everyone that joined in right now. We're going to wait for some more people to get in here. And then we're going to talk about some preview and predictions and, give different scenarios for this upcoming Elimination Chamber this Saturday at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. Me and Dub plan on doing a 12 plus hour stream. We're going to be doing the dual stream on YouTube and Twitch like we normally do for Friday Night SmackDown, and then we'll probably switch over to exclusively Twitch when we start doing our live stream reactions on the Twitch channel. We'll do that, and then we'll switch back over and set up the YouTube stream once again, and that way once the show start up, we'll switch back over and we'll have the dual stream on YouTube and Twitch back up. So it's going to start off on both of them. Then we're going to go to Twitch exclusively for the reactions. And then we're going to bring up the YouTube stream again. And we're going to finish it out for the rest of Elimination Chamber. And then after Elimination Chamber, I don't even get a chance to rest, y'all, because guess what? I got to do my thoughts and opinion video. So after the Elimination Chamber, I got to talk about what we just watched on my personal page. So I'm going to be up all night. Damn near. There's no rest in sight for me until like probably maybe 10 o'clock during the day. So yeah, I'm going to be up all fucking day. That's why tomorrow I'm gonna rest up as much as I can. I'm probably just probably work on a little bit of videos, and then I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna rest up, get some sleep, and then that's it. Sleep during the day. That's the only chance you got. I mean, shit, I can't even do that. I gotta go take care of some stuff during the day, but I'm gonna try to rest up as much as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna be cooking, bro. This 12-hour stream about to be a good Wong. Oh, here we go. Red Bull and coffee day. Yeah, I got me some Red Bull. So yeah, it's gonna be one of those type of days, man. But I'm up for it. We got to get the content out. This is what we do it for. You feel me? I'll be staying up all night anyway. All right, man. So, all right. I think we got a decent amount of people in here. More people will join in. We're gonna go down the list of matches. It's not that many matches at all, to be honest with you, which I've been loving what they've been doing with these pay-per-views. I think our biggest match card we're going to have this year is obviously going to be WrestleMania. It's going to be WrestleMania both nights. Probably going to have the most matches we get all year on a pay-per-view, and I am okay with that. So let's start with the women's elimination chamber match. We got Becky Lynch versus Bianca versus Belair versus Liv Morgan versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton versus Raquel Rodriguez. Now, this is for obviously to see who's going to be the number one contender to face Rhea Ripley at this year's WrestleMania. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they've been teasing it. They've been throwing subtle hints. It's not even like a surprise. Well, I wouldn't say a surprise. It's not even like it's hard to book this match. We know who's winning this match. It's gonna be Becky Lynch. They have been teasing it. They've been setting it up. They've had little run-ins here and there. This is what's gonna happen. Becky Lynch is most likely going to be the one to win the Elimination Chamber. And to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, that's the biggest match you could possibly put on for Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley right now. They could do a Bianca. That would be pretty cool. Bianca versus Rhea, but I think that's, I don't think that's the route they're going this year. Obviously, it's going to be Becky Lynch. Now, I know Liv Morgan has a story with Rhea. She, per storyline, Rhea took Liv Morgan out. She injured her, per storyline. So, yes, some would say it should be Liv, but I don't think it's going to happen, only because people are not really clamoring for that feud. I'm sure some people are, but the biggest match possible for WrestleMania, it's Becky. It's as simple as that. This will probably be Rhea's toughest opponent outside of Charlotte when she won the championship, and outside of Raquel. This is probably gonna, and outside Nia Jax, she's probably gonna be one of her tougher opponents. It's just one of those type of things. This is the story they want to tell. WrestleMania is where you put on the best matches possible, and I think it's going to be a good showing. I think they're going to have a good match, and I'm looking forward to it. If there's any feud that comes out this Elimination Chamber, I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan and Tiffany Stratton. I can see that being, well, I think Tiffany Stratton, I believe she's on Raw, if I'm not, or is she on SmackDown, y'all? I think she's on SmackDown. My bad, my bad, my bad. That's not gonna work. I was thinking that, but that's not gonna work because Tiffany Stratton's on SmackDown, so I don't think that's gonna work. I'm trying to see what potential feud could come from this. Oh, Liv Morgan and Raquel. My bad. Liv Morgan and Raquel. I can see a feud coming from that because obviously they were tag team partners, and I can see a situation where I can see Liv turning heel. She's given off some heel tendencies since she's been back, but I do think Raquel and Liv, they're probably gonna have a feud outside of this chamber. They're gonna probably have a situation where it's just them two, like, standing at the time, and they could potentially have a feud there. And honestly, I would have a situation where maybe Raquel pins Liv Morgan. Raquel's the one that pins Liv Morgan or whatnot. And from there, that's where you could probably build a story, because I could see a situation where Liv is pissed off and maybe she costs Raquel the match or something like that. Like she snaps. I can see a situation like that if they were to go that route to kind of build up a feud between those two. I know some of y'all were saying maybe Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. I'm sure they're gonna have their back and forth, but we know the ultimate end game for Becky Lynch is obviously for it to be what's supposed to be Rhea, and then Becky Lynch. I can't even think right now. The last two people I think is gonna be in the match. I don't know. I'm going with Bianca and Becky Lynch being the last two people in the match. I can see that happening. I am looking forward to a Naomi and Bianca standoff. That should be very interesting. But I do think it's probably going to be, I can see it being Bianca and Becky, because they have history. They have history. You know what I'm saying? I can see Bianca and Becky being the ones to be the last two in the chamber. They have history. Now Becky is a face now. Last time they kind of went at it, I think it was it last year at SummerSlam when they had that pretty good match? Bianca and Becky, and then that's when Damage Control came back. So and then they kind of that's when Becky kind of turned face after the match they had at SummerSlam. But I do feel like they're going to be the last two in the women's elimination chamber. It's going to be Bianca, Becky, and Becky will get the upper hand this time. So it was SummerSlam, my bad. It was SummerSlam 2022, my bad. It was SummerSlam 2022, my bad. But yeah, so I do think that's what it's gonna be. Kind of cut and dry. They've just been kind of teasing us. I'm going with Becky Lynch to win the Elimination Chamber this year. Next, we're gonna get to the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship between the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Do I think this may be match of the night? I do think this may be potentially match of the night. I'm going with this one being match of the night, but it's kind of obvious who's winning here. It's going to be Judgment Day. It's going to be a real close, like a couple close near falls, but it's going to be Judgment Day winning. And I do think probably Dominic and JD will have some type of assistance in this, but this is going to be a good match for sure. I think they're going to steal the show. Best match of the night, in my personal opinion, potentially. But Judgment Day's winning. It doesn't make sense for them to lose yet. I think they dropped the titles to The Miz and R-Truth. I think R-Truth is going to be the ones to dethrone them of the tag team championships. So I think that's what's going to happen. They're setting that up. And I think that's going to be a pretty good matchup. Miz and R-Truth. R-Truth is super fucking over versus the Judgment Day and Damian Priest and Finn Balor. And it could be a situation where Damian Priest is conflicted in that matchup, which may cost them the tag team title. So I do think that's going to be the case. But Judgment Day will retain. No surprise here. All right. Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. Technically, both of these ladies are heel, but Rhea Ripley is going to be in her home country. She's going to be the biggest baby face in that arena, and I can't wait to see it. I really only want to see this match just for the crowd reaction in Australia. They are going to give her a hero's welcoming pop. When she comes out there, the crowd's going to go crazy, bro. This is probably going to be Rhea Ripley's biggest crowd reaction. The crowd is going to go crazy, bro. They've been building up Nia Jax as this very dominant threat. That's what they've been doing. She beat Becky Lynch clean not too long ago. So they're trying to build her up as very dominant. And she's been packing up Rhea Ripley for weeks. But I do feel like she's going to get some love. She's going to get a huge reaction. And I don't know if this match, I don't know how good this match will be. We will see. But I think just because people are just going to want to see Rhea win, it's going to be crazy. We're going to get a huge mommy's chant. We're going to get a huge mommy chant, bro. It's going to be insane. Obviously, Rhea's winning here. There's no reason for Rhea to lose in her home country. That makes absolute no sense. It's no. Like this is very from the three matches I just talked about now. All three of these matches are very, very, very predictable. Every single match I just talked about now, it's very predictable. Rhea's definitely retaining. Should be an interesting one. Hopefully it's a good match. But they're really just giving Rhea her moment that she deserves. Crowd's gonna go crazy. I can't wait to see a huge mommy chant. It's gonna be a good time. And last but not least, before we get into this match, we got to talk about the Grayson Waller effect. That's going to be a part of the show. You're going to have Seth Rollins. You're going to have Cody Rhodes on the show, and they're going to be interviewed by Grayson Waller. Now, here is the interesting thing about this. If you guys saw, I think it was either last week's SmackDown or the week before last. I forgot which one it was. I think it was last week's SmackDown. Grayson Waller was having a conversation with Paul Heyman. There's a reason why they showed that. There's a very big reason why they showed that. Now, Rock and Roman are not quote unquote advertised to be at the show. We don't know if they are or whatever it is. Rock and Roman are not supposed to be at the show. So something's going to happen on this segment. There's a reason why both of them there. Something's going to happen on this segment. We don't know what, but obviously Grayson Waller is working with Paul Heyman in this instance to set up something. Now, the question is what's going to be talked about, how things are going to play out. We're going to see. Maybe Solo and Jimmy end up trying to sneak attack both of them and injure them. I don't know. We will see. But it's going to be very interesting to see what Cody has to say after being screwed over in his match by Solo and what he's going to say to Seth. Because it's gotten to that point, character-wise, Cody needs to stop with the niceness, the trying to be diplomatic. It's time to fight. You know what type of time they're going to be on. They literally screwed him out of a match the same way he lost last year at last year's WrestleMania. And I seen some people complain, oh, why is Cody losing? He shouldn't be losing. Why did he lose? It's okay. It's okay. I'm a Cody fan, and it's okay that he lost because it's supposed to make you upset. The way he lost was literally a rendition of what happened to him last year at WrestleMania. A motherfucker in a black dingy ass hoodie, Samoan spiked him into oblivion as he was about to hit the crossroads on his opponent, only for his opponent to capitalize, and he lose. There's a reason why that happens. That happens because they're trying to tell the story that Cody, if he keeps going down this path, he's going to repeat the same thing. It's just going to be the exact same thing that happens unless he gets some help, unless he gets someone to be his shield. And it's not only going to need Seth Rollins, he's going to need more than just Seth Rollins. So this is one of those things. I was okay with the loss because it protects Cody. Cody can take a loss like that. Now, he can't take a loss like that multiple times, no. But he can take a loss where the bloodline cost him. That's what you need. And Drew couldn't take a loss either going into the Elimination Chamber, so it's fine. It's okay that it happened that way. Just like it's okay that Jay didn't beat Gunther. He wasn't supposed. Apparently, the rumor was he was supposed to beat Gunther. I don't know how true that is, but it's okay that that didn't happen because we know the story that they're trying to tell with Jay and Jimmy. It's WrestleMania season. It's time to kick it up. So I'm okay with that. This segment, this is probably going to be one of the most anticipated potentially Grayson Waller shows, Grayson Waller effect ever. Because we want to know what Cody's going to say. What is he going to say to Seth? How they're going to fix things, because no more Mr. Nice Cody. It's time to fight back. It's time to make a message. It's time to do something, because at this rate, Roman's going to pack you up because he has all the help. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there and what they're going to have Grayson Waller do. What there's going to be some sneaky underhandedness going on, especially if Paul Heyman's involved. And last but not least, the Money in the Bank. I'm ready for the Money in the Bank. The men's Elimination Chamber match. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley versus LA Knight versus Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. This is a very stacked men's Elimination Chamber match. Now, here's the thing. This one is also, you can say, kind of predictable, but you do have options. Now, let's first, LA Knight is not winning. Logan Paul's not winning. If anything, I think they're going to have a back and forth. Just like Drew and LA Knight are going to have them back and forth. But I think they're going to have a back and forth where maybe one of them costs the other to lose. I think they're going to set up something with LA Knight and Logan Paul for sure. I'm down for that. Put the United States Championship on the line and start that feud from right here. It really started, I want to say, was it last year at the Money in the Bank when he was in it? and he started cooking all the competitors that was in it, LA Knight. It kind of started back then, but reignite the feud started from there. Like reignite it in Elimination Chamber, have Logan Paul be disrespectful. LA Knight don't like it, and maybe LA Knight is the one to eliminate Logan Paul. So that can be very, very interesting. I'm gonna probably go with that. Now, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, love that they're in there, but I do just feel like that they're probably gonna, get taken out. Don't know by who. Maybe by Drew. That can be a very interesting thing. I am gonna like the interaction between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre, because if you guys remember during the pandemic era, they actually have some history. I think Bobby Lashley aligned himself with The Miz at one point, and then The Miz became the champion for like a week. The Miz was able to take advantage of, I think Bobby Lashley had interfered in Drew McIntyre's championship match and took advantage of it. And then I think The Miz cashed in off the Bobby Lashley pretty much attacking Drew. So that's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Drew and Bobby, they have history. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Bobby versus Drew at 37 is an underrated great match. No, that was a good match too. That was a good match too. And they have history there. So that can be a story that they rekindle too. I do like that. The question is, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, they have history too. Now, what do you do with Randy and Drew? Who do you have win out of those? Because in my opinion, those are the only two names that actually seem plausible. Do you give it to Drew, who Drew has been doing arguably, if not some of his best heel work? His social media presence is through the roof. He's fantastic. Just what he's been doing as a heel, it's been great. Or do you give it to Randy? Do you give it to Randy in this situation? And I do feel like that would be a nice feud, because Randy and Seth, once again, they have history. And that would be a nice little matchup, a nice little WrestleMania callback. They have history. But I think right now, the story they've been telling a story that Drew is really trying to finish his story and trying to save WrestleMania. So the only way I don't think Drew wins is if they do something where either, I don't know. Well, I don't know if they would have Sammy try to cost Drew, like his obsession, and try to cost Drew the match. You could do that, but then you would give it to Randy. And honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with Randy won, but I just think they've been telling such a good story with Drew and his focus on finally taking out Seth Rollins and finally winning the championship. I don't know, man. Honestly, if I was a betting man, just how they've been booking Drew and how much stock and time they put into his character right now, I'm gonna probably go, if Sammy doesn't cost Drew somehow, if they don't build that up, because I honestly think they may go Sammy versus Gunther at WrestleMania. I think that would be a pretty interesting thing too. I can see them setting that up potentially. I don't know. But if they don't do that and they have Drew interfere in this match because he's just obsessed with getting his get back, then yes, Drew would lose, and I think they give it to Randy. But if that doesn't happen, which I'm leaning that it may not happen, I just don't know. This is a tough one. The obvious pick would be Drew. That's the obvious pick. Unless they want to continually keep telling the story that Drew McIntyre always gets this close. He always gets this close. And then something happens every single time and he can't win the big matches. If that's the story that they're trying to continue to keep telling, then cool. But at the same time, it messes up his character just a bit, because it's like, well, you complain and bitch and whine, but you never can win the big matches like you need to. So I don't know. But if I had to choose, I'm going to go with Drew. That's just the obvious pick. I'm going to go with Drew to win it. This one's probably a little bit tougher. The women's is kind of easy. It's going to be Becky most likely. But this one, the men's, outside of Randy and Drew, those are the only viable options that make sense. So I don't know. I'm definitely going with Drew on this one, man. And that's my preview and predictions. Is literally only 4 matches. And 2 of them are Elimination Chamber matches, which is probably going to take 30 to 45 minutes each. Women's probably 30. Men's is going to probably take 45, almost an hour to complete. That's where the bulk of the time. They're probably going to give a decent 25, at least 20 minutes to the tag team match. And they'll probably give Rhea and Nia at least about 15, 20. Both of those matches may go 20. I don't know if Rhea and Nia can do that. If you had Charlotte in there, yes, Charlotte and Rhea can give you a 25-minute classic. I don't know if Nia or Nia, I don't know why I was about to say Nia Jax can do a 25-minute classic. They'll probably give them 10 to, I don't want them to give them 10 because she deserves a little bit more time than that, at least 15 minutes in that match. That's probably it. So, I don't know. But they're going to get right to the point in this, and I'm here for it. And that's my preview and predictions. Let me read some of these donos. Appreciate everyone that joined in. This PLE is very predictable by DJ Gaming, which isn't a bad thing, but I get we don't want long PLEs, but 4 matches is really overdoing it, especially for a stadium. You got to understand, bro, there's 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Do you know how long Elimination Chamber matches are? Those are at least 30 minutes minimum. So 2 of your matches are going to be almost over an hour by themselves. That's 2. Close to over an hour, both of them combined. So that's why that's the thing. You don't need a long card if you have long matches. The same thing with the Royal Rumble. There's no point in doing that. 2 matches, men's and women's, there you go. It makes, that would be overkill. I'm not trying to sit through adding 6 matches and making it 6, adding 2 more matches, just bloating the time. You don't need that. Get in, get out. We're here for the Elimination Chamber. We're here to see how WrestleMania is going to fall into place. They have an extra segment in the Grayson Waller thing. They're probably going to give them 20 minutes. That's enough time. Christian Bailey with the $4.99. Good evening. Love your content and the In the Clutch page. Do you play Rhea can retain her title after Mania? I don't know why you said play. Do you think Rhea can retain her title? I personally would not have Becky beat Rhea yet. It's not time. She's still the biggest part of the Judgment Day faction. You have her lose, you hurt the Judgment Day. She can't lose yet. If anything, she needs to be one of the last people to lose the championship. Deadass. So it's not time yet. It's not time yet. Let's wait on it. Let's wait on it first. It's not time yet. Appreciate the you sent another donation, believe. I kind of figured what you was trying to say. DJ Gaming, 6 matches, I think, should be the standard, not 4. Once again, bro, you don't need 6 matches. You don't. If most of your matches are long as fuck, you don't need 6. 6 doesn't need to be the standard. It literally depends on the pay-per-view itself, and you adjust. WrestleMania, sure, you can have 6 matches for each night. I'm okay with that. But on a regular pay-per-view that has it's a stipulation pay-per-view like this, you don't have to rush it. You can just take your time. 4 matches, 2 elimination chambers, 2 regular matches. Boom, boom, boom. We're done in 1 Grayson Waller segment. There we go. Appreciate the $1.99 vibes. Thank you, man. James Tapal. Appreciate the $1.99. Drew's in Raw while the rest are on SmackDown. Huh. Randy's on SmackDown. Bobby's on SmackDown. LA Knight's on SmackDown. Kevin Owens on SmackDown. You're right. He's the only person on Monday Night Raw that's in the fucking Elimination Chamber. Well, that sounds about Yeah. It only makes sense for him to win now. Damn. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. That's fucking, yeah. It sounds like Drew's going to win it. I appreciate the 20 HKM always showing love. Sup, Ross, currently at work and just got through and a power outage here. Can't wait for the chamber stream tomorrow. Also, I got to see an LA Knight and Logan Paul encounter for the men's chamber match. That's what I'm looking forward to. That should be a good time as well, man. But yeah, bro, I don't know. This is one of those pay-per-views where not much is really gonna change. I think the atmosphere is gonna be great in Australia. I think the crowd's gonna be fucking fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing that live. Not much on this pay-per-view is gonna be changing. This is literally just kind of like a pit stop before we get to WrestleMania. It's just to kind of build up the card even more. The only real thing that may be, I guess, telling for WrestleMania when it comes to the main event is obviously what is going to be said on this Grayson Waller show. What will be said by Cody? What will be said by Seth? Will we see Roman? Will we see The Rock? Will they have something said on via satellite? Will we see Jay? Will we see Solo? Not Jay, Jimmy and Solo on behalf of Rock and Roman. It's going to be one of those type of things. If there were to be a swerve at Chamber, what would you want it to be? Appreciate the 5. A swerve. I don't know. The only swerve I could possibly be on board with that would somewhat make a little bit of sense if Drew doesn't win. That's the only swerve that I could somewhat get with, depending on how he loses. Depends on who would be the person to screw him over. That's the only thing I can think of. Because he's a heel. So you don't want your heel to win. The only thing I would be okay with if Sammy found a way to get into the match and he costs Drew. I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. If Sammy did something like that, I'm okay with that. And then have Randy do it, fuck it. Because the way I see it, it would be like kind of a trade. Because Cody's going for the championship on SmackDown, and then Randy going for the championship on Raw. They would kind of trade if both of those guys won, and it'll be a star for star situation because Cody would be primarily on SmackDown. The Elimination Chamber is 2 a.m. my time, but it's a good thing I got Saturday off. Hey, there you go. There you go. Sammy costing Drew to lose, I'm okay with that. Randy versus Cody. What? What are you talking about? Huh? Randy versus Cody? What are you talking about? DM Hunk winning the chamber? That's funny. Y'all streaming the press event? Most likely not. But yeah, that would be the only swerve I could possibly think of. If y'all could think of something else that would make sense, yeah. Ross, imagine your divisional rival is playing in your home stadium in the Super Bowl and winning it. Where did that come from, bro? That was so random. That was so random. I'm feeling Liv versus Rhea more than Becky. No. And I get it that you like Liv, but no, bro. That is not a WrestleMania match. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not a WrestleMania match. Is the story there? For sure. She has a reason. But no. You have to somewhat make it where it makes sense. People love Liv, but right now, her best opponent star power wise would be, outside of Bianca in this match, is gonna be Becky. That's it. Liv versus Raquel at WrestleMania, that can be a thing too. They can do that. The past four PLEs been gimmick matches, War Games, Royal Rumble, Chamber. I guess it makes sense for four matches, but their PLEs I want six. Well, you have the WrestleMania, bro. You have 2 nights. I'm sure they'll probably put on 5. You don't need 6 matches. You don't. If you're telling stories, you don't really need 6 matches. You don't. Hell, I used to feel like that back in the Attitude Era when they were having so many damn matches. A lot of the matches didn't need to be on the show because a lot of them are fucking filler. They were restroom breaks. You don't need that. If the story's not there, you don't need that. The only thing that needs to be on PLEs are the best, the matches that have the most story and make sense. Let's get rid of the pointless matches because guess what? It kills the crowd. It kills the people watching at home. It slows down the pay-per-view. How many times we watched in the past where there's some pay-per-views and we're like, bro, if they would have just cut out a couple of these matches, this pay-per-view would be perfect, damn near. But it kills the pace when you add in too many matches. It don't need 6 matches if it don't need 6 matches. We don't need to force it. Everything they've been doing, less is better. I promise you, less is better. You get a better chance of telling your story that you're trying to tell. Appreciate you too. Was recently put on to you, bro. Love the vids, man. Thank you, 3MG. I appreciate you joining in. Hoping you stay for a while. Appreciate the 5. What y'all got planned in between SmackDown and the Chamber? Also, for the live people, that feud is happening after Rhea retains at Mania against Becky. We're gonna be doing the Twitch live stream. We'll probably be doing some live stream reactions, maybe watching some music videos, checking out some vids y'all want us to check out, maybe even watch some shows. So we're going to be relaxing on Twitch. That's where we're able to kind of check out any videos we want without any copyright issues. And then we'll probably go back. We'll set up the stream again on Monday Night Raw. So Twitch will be truly where the 12 hours will be spent at. So if you're not following us on Twitch, you might want to, because that's where we're going to be. And then after Twitch is going to be the stream that's going to be 12 hours all the way through. And then we'll start it back up on YouTube once the Elimination Chamber kicks back in. Plus, we have a very good announcement that you guys may want to be a part of. So it's only going to be for those who are part of the live stream, this 12-hour live stream. We're not going to tell you when we announce it, so you may want to be there. It's important, very important, and it involves you guys. You guys can be a part of it. I'm gonna let y'all know about it tomorrow. It's gonna be something that we've been cooking up for some time now. So appreciate the 5. Hi, Rosh. You make funny sounds when people get the beats. Would you hang with The Rock on the mic? Samoa Joe, Eddie Kingston, Joe Hendry, EC3, #Blueberry. All right, bro. Nah, those guys are the GOATs. I can talk my talk right now, but it's different talking that talk, you know what I'm saying, in front of thousands and thousands of people. That's a different thing. They're GOATs. I'm a novice. I can do my little thing, you know what I'm saying? I can talk with the best of them, but that's about it. Let's see. Roman is cooking right now. The Twitch link. Let me go ahead and put it in here for you. If you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here before I head on out of here. Twitch. Let me go ahead and get it for you. So that way you guys can check it out. I'm going to pin it real quick. Let me do this real quick. And paste. Boom. Pin message. All right. Y'all go follow us on Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/ClutchGrownGaming is the top pin link in the chat. Y'all go follow us right now. When you have followed us on Twitch, let me know in the chat that you followed us. I'm being dead serious. I need to see it. I need to see it. Making sure it shows up. Y'all go follow us on Twitch right now. We're almost at 10K followers. Already done it? Let me know. Been following? If you've been following, let me know. If you just followed, let me know. If you're about to follow, let me know right now before I get out of here. when will you and Dub do a meet and greet? Maybe sometime this year. We're trying to get that set up. We're trying to get that set up. Followed, okay, already following, been following. I know you've been around, Pit Dog. Shout out to you, Pit Dog, man. Appreciate you always showing love and support, man. Appreciate you. I've been following you guys on Twitch. Been following, already followed, just did. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you, AJ. Hope to see you tomorrow. Been following. I got you tomorrow when I get back. My setup, Ross Trust. All right, you better be there because that's where the 12-hour extravaganza is gonna be at. I followed them on Twitch. Drop down a yeet. Can I be a mod? I don't know. Already followed, been followed. All right, man. Well, I appreciate y'all, bro. And that's my preview and predictions for the Elimination Chamber 2024. It's going to be a pretty good showing. Nothing crazy that, I think is going to happen with the matches already set in place. I think WrestleMania is kind of already starting to, fall into place. But we'll see. I'm just very interested to see what's going to happen on a Grayson Waller show with Cody and Seth. What's going to be said? Will we see The Rock? Will we see Roman? Will we see anybody of the bloodline? We're going to find out. What does Grayson Waller have to do with Paul Heyman? What the hell they was talking about? We're probably going to find that out tomorrow, Saturday. So, hey, make sure you guys, if you haven't, like I said, go ahead and subscribe to us on Twitch. Link is at the top of the chat. Also, once again, tomorrow we're doing the 12+ hour stream. We're going to be streaming on YouTube and we're going to be streaming on Twitch at the beginning of SmackDown. When SmackDown ends, we'll probably be dual streaming for a little bit, and then we're going to switch over exclusively to Twitch to do our live stream reactions. We're going to check out some shows, movies, music, do the live stream reactions like we do every week on Twitch. It's going to be a good time. So that's where we're going to be at. And then right before the show starts, we're going to start it back up on YouTube as well. And then we'll be dual streaming through the rest of Elimination Chamber once the show starts at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then after the show is done, if you guys are still up, I'm going to be doing my thoughts and opinions video on what happened at this year's Elimination Chamber, like I always do after the end of each pay-per-view show. I always do my thoughts and opinion video, give my thoughts and opinion on what happened on the show on my personal page. So I'm gonna be up. So if y'all gotta make sure y'all, y'all stay up with us as long as y'all can to enjoy the content, enjoy the stream. And then afterwards, I'm gonna do my video on my personal page to make sure we have that discussion on what happened on the show for my thoughts and opinion video after the 12-hour stream. So pretty much your boy's not getting any sleep Friday night all the way through fucking Saturday afternoon, damn near. So, but yeah, love you guys. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow for the 12-hour stream. Peace out, man.